Welcome back, and now tune into the other side of sports. Your host Laws in the building. It's me, Aaron. We here rocking out. Got some stuff to talk about today. We officially in the drought season. 30 days before training camp is here, bro. End of this month, training camp back. Is you ready, Aaron? You ready?
For what? Training camp?
Yeah. We here. It's a new day. We got a new squad. We might have Brendan Ayuk for us all
We,
set
we,
up.
we, we, we. Man, I'm speaking French already. Season ain't even started.
Hey, bro, we here. We here. Before we get into the other stuff, I got a couple of gripes out here, though. First of all, I don't know how I got in an argument on the internet, Aaron. I don't know how it happened,
I
and
do.
I'm arguing about. Let me tell you the situation. You tell me if I'm off base, if I need to go back and apologize, or if I'm in the
It's to a
wrong.
youngin or about youngin.
So, do you know Ashley Novell? She's like basically like a media podcaster. She was working with I don't know if she was working with ESPN or one of them networks, and then she kind of like left that joint and did her own thing or whatever. But she had a post up, and the post had a bunch of bad takes that some of these ESPN and Fox Sports Network like pundits be saying. What's the white dude who be having the terrible takes all the time from Fox Sports One?
Colin Cowherd?
Cowherd. She got Cowherd on there. She got Ocho on there. Not Ocho Cinco, the other Rocho, that the coon chick.
Sam Iocha. Yeah.
Yeah. She got him. So she got like a couple of their bad takes on the joint, right? So I go on the joint and I just comment. I'm like basically like, yeah, those are terrible takes, but like that's what the industry has turned into. Like terrible takes and bad takes is profitable because it bring eyes and attention to the joint, and that's why there's no real accountability for it. And then I go on and say, I'm like, the internet like kind of did this, and then somebody commented to my comment and was like, yeah, basically like agreeing with me, right? So I was about to just leave the joint alone, but I was like, so I just was like, yeah, and Trump like started the whole joint because he was saying the wild stuff, and it just got everybody in a tizzy, and now people just desensitized to like bad takes and everything because this Batman saying grab her by the muyaya. He said just right, like he kind of like took it to the next level where nobody's fazed by bad takes in sports. And I'm basically saying like it's a societal thing, like culturally, like it's bled into sports from politics and different things. And I'm saying like he was a catalyst for that. She ain't like that, bro. She came for me. Talking about like you'd have thought I said yes. You'd have thought I said something like, I don't know, bro. She basically was like, you're dumb and you need to read a book, and Biden did this. How could you say that when Biden doesn't say? I'm like, I said, hold on, chill.
You know how the Trumpers are, dog.
I said, you got to chill. Because first of all, I said, just because I say this doesn't mean I'm supporting Sleepy Joe.
That's how they go, though. You got to start with bitch. That's how you rein them in. That's the first word that should have came out your mouth, and that's where you made your first
mistake. Listen, this the internet too. So I just, me, bro. I'm like the ultimate peacemaker. I'm trying to walk right with the Lord and everything. So I'm like, I just say, like, okay, I mean, you can feel that way. And I try to bring more context to it. Like to say, well, I'm just saying, I'm not saying I support. I'm just saying he talked reckless and he got bad takes too. And she's like, what does this have to do with sports? I'm like, I'm trying to tell you, it's a cultural thing. It's societal. Like,
she's not smart. You trying to bring nuance to a conversation for a dummy, and that's your fault. You should have brought bitch instead of context.
So then I just like, I'm like, me. I'm like, you can say you don't agree with me, but like don't insult my intelligence. Cause like honestly, real talk, like and you know me personally, I'm like more well-read than like 95% of the population. Like I read a lot. So to just try to like insult me, like you need to read a book and you don't, I'm like, you don't even have a clue. Like our eyes reads, master. like, I just so I let it drink go, but of course it
You should
just
have passed me the rock. You should have just tagged me in the
uh,
joint, passed
I
me the
just
rock.
like
I'd
you
help you out.
know I'm like, come on, man, like it gotta be all that though. I gotta be dumb.
You
I
black.
gotta be.
And you said something about Trump,
Yeah, you're
regardless of
right.
what it was. In her mind is ding 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 ding. I get to go anti
I,
nigs.
yeah, it's like you could at least like I don't know, bro. I even when the trolls come to our situation, I deal with them with care because you know what I'm saying. I treat others like I would want to be treated. All right, is that wrong?
When she said you need to read a book, you should have asked her what are the last 3 books you read. I want to check them
Dog.
out. She'd have had to go Cat in the Hat, Dr. Seuss. Does she look like she read books to you? Stop, Harold. See, you keep playing these games with these people. You say
you right.
yourself, 90% of the population, dog,
You right,
and you
dog.
engaging with them on the internet.
You right, dog. I can't, dog. It's 2025. You ain't. It's hard not to, bro.
It's not that
It's
hard. It's
hard
really
not
not.
to. Yeah, you right. You stay out the mix. Okay. All right, man. Order some other stuff. All right, this joint, I got a bone to pick with this situation because the joint is irking me. I talked to my man B. Shout out my man Brian. That's my golf buddy. I, he said it's not a problem. To me, it's a problem. Bilal Koulibaly about to be playing with France instead of the summer league. I need to see where the development is at, and I need him in the trenches against his peers. Because if he's not cooking his peers, I don't care about what he do for France in this international joint. That game is soft and it's different. I want to see him in the with the prove it league because that's what the summer league is. Young, it's a prove it. Let's see where you at. Let's see what kind of talent level. And this is year 2. I just it just disappointed to me that they just allowed. They did it with Denny, let him go, and then all you hear is all these reports on the internet. Oh yeah, Denny looked good in the he looked good in the international league. Woo, 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 woo. Come back, can't bust a great 9, 6, and 2. Come on, bro. Am I tripping, Aaron? Or do he gotta just play for his country? Is that just you can't stand in the way, dog? Am I tripping?
To me, I think the competition would be better playing in France than the summer league.
You
We
think
already
so?
talked about how garbage the draft was. Then you talk about
It
ain't
is.
nobody playing in the summer league, and at least the competition he gonna be playing against, like League Bama spread all across the globe. So I think I would rather have him playing out there than playing. And then with the summer league, they probably though I don't trust the Wizards in the development that they have
No.
with young Bamas. He mess around and get 10 minutes, and you don't really see nothing anyway. I think on
Mhm.
the French team, I would hope he would start.
Okay. If he's not starting, what does that say? Are you concerned by that?
Who I'm trying to think who you got Wemby who probably gonna be starting.
Wemby, he there.
Batum, Batum probably one of them. Uh, this new French Bama that they just drafted better not start over him. The Bama that went number 1 overall. So I mean I don't really know who French Bamas is in the league.
Let's see here. NBA player, French Bammers.
Gobert,
Yeah, Nicholas Batum, Theo Maladon, Nick Nick Takina, Evan Fournier, Rudy Gobert, Wemby. Them all the NBA players I know.
to me it sounds like Koulibaly better be in the starting lineup.
Okay.
Some type of how.
Hmm. So you think that's better for his development than the summer league? I just feel like the summer league Bammers is trying to like prove why they should be in the league.
But you playing
Eh,
with a lot of UPS drivers and cable guys. When you
Okay.
really look at it, most of the Bama's not going to be in the league.
Hmm. Okay. You talk me off the ledge. Cause maybe I'm just holding it up against the Denny Avdia, how they treated him, and just let him skate out of summer league and let him do whatever he want to do, and then come back to the season. The Bama look the same as he always looked. I
But,
just
he, but he's a bum, so like he was never going to develop in anything. I don't put that on the Wizards. They basically, to me, they gave him the biggest platform for development of any player I've ever seen him draft.
You ever
Like the
seen?
way that they tried to put this Bama on Front Street and give him
Mhm,
any minutes and let him shoot whatever shots he want and just I've
mhm.
never seen them do that with a player, even players drafted much higher. So for me,
Yeah.
I think the Bama should cook over there with France.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. That's fair. A lot of NBA news, a lot of moves and uh, acquisitions. We didn't really get to talk about the draft. What are your thoughts of the Wizards drafting Saar? How do you feel about it?
That's the guy out of this draft that I felt like probably would make the most sense for the Wizards. Not that
Hmm.
this draft was like '03 or any any of the top drafts, but out of
Hmm.
the guys that were available, for me, I thought Saar would make the most sense.
Hmm. Did it get better? Did the team get better? They gonna win more than 20, 15 games this year?
I think they better not just because of the draft. Well, first of all, they had 3 first round draft picks.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know a whole lot about any of them, but the reviews were higher than any review you see the Wizards get in any draft I can recall.
20 years, 20 plus years. Uh-huh.
And they made some free agency like moves. Getting rid of Denny was big. I think
Big.
signing Valanciunas
Yeah.
makes
Getting
sense.
Malcolm
Malcolm
Brogdon.
Brogdon, yeah. So they
Mhm.
made moves where it looks like they should be better than last year. They better be better than last year.
Yeah. Okay.
But I really don't want them to be better. I want these Bammers to tank again because next year the Cooper
That
Flag draft, that's the one you want to be picking in the top end.
everybody is talking about the
To
next.
get that white LeBron, I'm telling you, he gonna change the league forever. They finally gonna have an American white boy that can cook. Watch what I tell you.
Ah, no, that's
He gonna
it.
be Caitlin Clark in the NBA. Watch.
For real, okay. So they got to get the number one pick to get him though. They got to be trash again. It looked like Detroit on their way to being trash again, though. It gotta be, yeah. Oh man, you gotta. I don't know what they're gonna do. They're gonna have to win 9, 10 games. And I just think that the roster is much improved.
Yeah, that's
They're
not
gonna
enough.
win more than that. Yeah. Bronny James, Aaron, what's the future? Is it nepotism? You know, people crying
It's definitely
nepotism.
nepotism, but it's
Okay.
about damn time. We try to catch up a
We
little bit.
overdue.
Yeah,
We overdue. We need to have about 20 more times.
yeah, more than 20.
More than 20.
Because look at the Wizards. You got Taylor Johnson's. Who next up in the pecking order? His son.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
we gotta stop. We just don't like certain people to have nepotism
Yeah.
going on. They
Nah,
fine with
agreed.
nepotism, just
Agreed.
not for everybody.
What do you think about Bronny? You think he legit? Will he be an all-star? Will he be a Hall of
Hell no,
Famer?
no. Like he wouldn't be in the league if he wasn't
He
LeBron's
wouldn't
son.
be in the league though.
But LeBron, he is
Exactly.
LeBron's son, and
He
he
be
is in the league,
stacking
and I'm
boxes.
fine with it.
I'm fine with it
There's a
too.
lot of Bama shouldn't be in the league.
That's a fact. He gonna get the best opportunity though, because his dad gonna make sure he when you go bowling and they put the little guardrail joints up and and it just bounce off and you always hit pins. That's what his career gonna be like, dog. He gonna be in 10 plus years getting buckets because of Daddy O. I love it, dog. I love it. I had no problem with it. Clay, he's gone from the Warriors off to the Mavericks. You like that move?
Clay to the Mavericks.
Clay to the
I think
Mavericks.
I think it's a solid move, but I don't think it helps him. I mean, I don't think it helps him all that much. Like during the
Oh,
season, they had fine shooting. That wasn't an issue. They just couldn't make shots when it mattered in the finals. So I
mhm,
don't know. Like Clay to me, even his shot making seems to have drastically taken like a step back. I think
mhm,
he's like he aged he because of those 2 injuries. I feel like he's aging in like dog years to where other superstars we've seen have had a less steep decline from
mhm,
being in their prime to like where I feel like Clay is now. Now, he can make shots, of course, but I just don't think over an 82 game season in playoffs you can count on him any more than you can count on like an Embiid or any of these other guys
mhm.
that can't stay healthy over the course of a season.
Yeah. Speaking of Philly, they get Paul George. Aaron, does that take them over the hump? Are the 76ers now tops in the league? They
I think
get
they
Maxi back on the contract, the max contract.
I think they leapfrogged the Knicks, but I don't know that they're better than the Celtics yet.
Okay.
The Celtics seem like they've been able to keep everybody. They just paid Tatum the record-breaking contract, 314 over what 5 years.
Yes.
They just re-signed Derek White, so I think they still probably number one, but I think they definitely right there in that 2, 3 seat with the Knicks and the Bucks if they ever get it together.
Yeah, I think they're right around there. Probably, 1 through 5. Somewhere in the 1 through 5 range.
And that's
Um,
if Embiid stays healthy when it matters. Like, stop trying to chase MVP trophies, get your fat ass in shape, and like
mhm,
take it serious. Um, I think if he gets the MVP, it's no way that they can win because what it's going to take from him and his body, he's not going to
mhm,
be there for the playoffs. Like the Bama got to understand what's most important is winning, not this stat pad, not
mhm,
trying to
mhm.
be a guard, not being fat, sloppy, chasing snow bunnies. Like get in the gym, get your body right, pace
What
yourself
it,
properly for the season, and
what
try to
is
get a
num
chip.
what his numbers like look like if he does that?
And B,
Yeah.
so instead of 35, you probably talking about like 30, 20, like 28 to 30 range, 15 to 20 rebounds because he should be in the post instead of trying to be a guard out on the wing if he gets into shape. But he can't run baseline to baseline because he's never in shape. So it's tough to say because I don't know that he takes it serious enough to be a guy who's going to be the best player on a championship team. But Paul George helps a lot. Like
Mhm.
he's going to hide a lot of those deficiencies based on being so reliant on Embiid.
Yeah. I think that gives him like a third legit scorer that can help them in those stretches where you may have a B kind of ailing or Maxi is just not playing like Maxi play. Um, I do think Maxi is a solid guard, but a lot of the scoring fell on his shoulders. I mean, in the playoffs, the Bama was scoring 40. Like
Right.
now you got a guy who can give you 20, 25 and kind of take the pressure off. I think that helps them. A lot of people saying that they worried about the heart factor. Like, ain't no heart on that team. They all soft.
I can't say that about Maxi and B, yeah, and I hear what people say about Paul George too, but Maxi to
Mhm.
me has showed up every time, he was needed, but he can't be the best player on the championship team, and B has to be that.
Nah, agreed. Chris Paul to the Spurs.
That's
Uh,
a smooth move.
I think it's a good move too.
And I don't really like Chris Paul like that, but as far
Mhm.
as him being able to like take the reins from, to me, the Spurs teammates always seem to be jealous of Wemby or try to use his spotlight to try to be like, okay, I'm about to try to get mine, or the eyes is on us. Like I'm gonna try to be the guy. Like Wemby's the best player on the team. Like everything should be going through Wemby, but his teammates seem so
Mhm.
selfish. I think Chris Paul is gonna help, and it's gonna be a reminder, like back when he had what was that, like Tyson Chandler, where it was just oops it lob city.
Mhm.
So I think Wemby's
Oh
gonna get a lot
yeah,
of easy buckets. You know what I mean? And I think depending on how many minutes he get, I'm sure this Bama not gonna be playing 40 minutes a game, but I think he's gonna help a lot with that leadership, at least to try to get the guards to focus on Wemby being the best player on the team instead of them being selfish and trying to go for self.
yeah. I think that helps him. That gives him a veteran who can definitely play point guard. And I feel like if you tell Chris Paul he don't have to score, you can just facilitate. I think that kind of suits what he wants to do anyway, especially at this stage of his career. And I still think he could be a force. Now he can't be the guy. Wimby got to be the guy.
Gotta be.
But having him, I think definitely does help the team. Because he like a Chris, what was it? Parker, uh, Tony Parker. They had Tony
Yeah.
Parker, like kind of the same vein type player. So yeah, dog. Hard Knocks
I ain't realized that was
coming
the
up.
night.
Is it the New York Giants,
It is.
bro? Why is the New York Giants? Nobody wants to watch that.
New Yorkers.
Daniel Jones. They gonna sell Daniel Jones to the. Yeah, you right. Dog, New Yorker.
Oh, the skins been dodging
Yeah,
hard knocks like you wouldn't believe. Like these Bama's gotta
they
be
go.
on it
They
the next few
listen.
years.
They listen. They if they get a winning record, then they can excuse themselves from the joint. But if they lose, then they definitely for a fact gonna be on that joint next year. I promise you that because they'll fit the criteria. They won't have a first year head coach. Um, you know they'll because you can't if you win or if you have a winning record, then you can excuse yourself from being on the joint. So if they lose and everybody, all the coaching staff is back, or at least the head coach, then we on that joint for sure.
We
For sure. We. I'm back, dog. Listen, I'm back. You know why I'm back, Aaron? Because of Jaden Daniels, dog. Because I just believe that wholeheartedly he's gonna cook. I believe it with my heart, mind, and soul. He gonna cook, Aaron. You don't believe it?
I think he has all the ability he needs to cook. I
Okay.
just want I just got to see what's going to happen. We
You
still in
just
DC.
you go.
We still got the same media that we got. We still got the same little tricks and ladders in place, and you know how these Bama's like to play. So we'll see. Right now, everything looking good, but we will see.
Okay. Yeah, we will. We will. That we will see, dog. Yeah, got a couple more weeks and then we got training camp coming up. Um, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting year, dog. It's a lot of rookie quarterbacks that will be starting in the NFL this year. Um, it's just a whole new crop of rookie QBs that's gonna be out there. Um, yeah, maybe we should do some food reviews while we down in the downtime, or some restaurant reviews. Places we went to that we like, we rock with heavy. Um, any place I know you be out in the streets though. Any places you recommend
It's a
the
lot of
people to
places I
go?
recommend, but the people can't afford to go.
Dog, what you mean? What you mean? What's it gonna run me, dog? What's it gonna run me?
It depends on what the agenda
Oh,
is.
for two table for two.
For somebody with a wife, somebody dating, it's a first date. It's like a what, third date. You
Hold on,
trying to
hold on,
close the
hold on,
deal. What?
hold on, hold
It's
on, hold
different
on.
scenarios.
Hold on. What kind of scenarios it gotta be in? What's
You
the
let me know what the scenario is. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna help
All
you out.
right, so let all right. So we got people out here. They out here in the streets. They dating. They looking for somebody. This a first date joint. You going out on a first date. You trying to show them a different, show them something nice,
But
but you
not.
also not trying to. Yeah, you ain't trying to like have to take out a loan, dog. You ain't trying to do that. Okay.
So what's the cap for like a first date drink? Like, so not you not
No,
a
I don't
20-year-old
listen.
Bama.
Listen, bro.
I'm
I don't know
asking.
no more, dog. Back in 1995, it was different, dog. 2005, it was different, bro.
We
Like,
talking grown folks though, 35 and old. We not talking about 20-year-old
dog,
Bama.
you used to could take a joke to cheesecake, dog. That joint
They
now
said they
is
not going there.
that's what I'm saying, dog. I thought so I'm gonna say no more than $200 on a first date. And that's
Oh,
job
that
like
yeah, that's yeah, that's up there.
that's
Well,
up there. But I'm saying that's everything like one like if I
unless you try and stunt like
no.
so,
You don't want to set
so
the
under
tone. You
200,
don't want to set the
under
tone high.
200,
Yeah.
and I don't
I don't
drink,
know.
so my
Now
drink
let's
is
say let's
under
say 150.
250.
Let's say 150. 150 is a solid number.
All right, 150. I'm gonna say RPM. That's the first date to me. The first date go drink
Okay, RPM. That's
because
gonna
it's
be
not
150.
too over the top. It's Italian joint. All youngins usually
Okay.
like Italian.
Okay.
But the ambiance, they got like the mood light and all that stuff.
Okay.
Bama's got the white jackets on, white tablecloth. So
Okay. What's the check gonna run you? Two entrees, an appetizer, and maybe let's say a drink apiece.
that'll be under 150.
That'll be on 150.
Yeah.
Shoot, we going in tomorrow. Dog. Okay.
Now, if
All
you
right.
get crazy and you get multiple appetizers, she getting glasses of wine and you getting dessert and all, you know
Okay.
what I mean? Like then it could run a little bit
Yeah,
over that.
you
But
at
generally,
230.
you talking about like between one and two.
Okay. That's a
Now, if
one
you
plate
really
between
shooting
the
from the hip,
tacos.
if you really shooting from the hip
Okay.
and trying to close the deal,
Okay.
then you got to hit Shota.
Shoda. Where's that at?
It's in DC. It's
Okay.
not too far from. Actually, it's not too far from but they changed the Trump Hotel to the Waldorf Astoria. It's not too
Okay.
far from like down that way.
What's the price range? Do I got to put the credit card out, or can this come out of the checking?
This the thing. Like the prices is not crazy on the items, but Japanese joint. the food be like small. Like
Oh,
when you order
small
the
plates.
taco, like
Uh-huh.
the taco is like the size of your thumb type joint, like
So
tiny, tiny,
it's like
tiny.
two tacos for
Yeah, no
$15.
one, and it's tiny. So
One taco
you
for
gotta order two.
$15. So you got to order two. So
So you
that's
ordering a
15 times
bunch of
two. That's
stuff,
30.
bunch of stuff,
Okay.
and the bill coming out to three plus.
300? That's my driver, dog. 300?
So if you're trying to close the deal, let's say this date number three, date number four, you ain't
Three,
closed
okay,
the
three
deal.
or four.
You
Okay.
think you're doing everything right, but you
You
ain't
you
doing
in you in you in the red zone.
you in the red
You
zone.
said you got
Shoto
two plays. You
or
said this
Maidon.
drink.
Maidon cheaper, but the
Okay.
ambiance usually set it off. If a youngin ain't been there before, then
Where ambiance? Maidar?
Maidon. That used
Maidar.
to be the deal closer. Like
Okay.
every time you get to date three and you
Uh,
Maidon.
okay. Day three, Maidar. Okay. Day two, you said one and two, you going to RPM.
Date one is
Three,
RPM.
day one is RPM. Date two is what?
We can't
McDonald's?
no, we can't discuss date two on the that's
Oh,
the
okay.
joint me and Andrew was talking about in the group chat. We got we leaving that off the record.
Oh, you say you can't reveal all the
we
you
can't
can't,
we
you
can't do it.
can't lay all the foundation down,
Niggas gotta
dog.
do some work themselves. They gotta have some of their own work in the equation.
You say, but when you get up to date, if you make it to day three
Deal close.
and you in the red zone and it's third and seven,
But this the thing, and this is the key.
okay.
You can't be taking every joint through the one and the three gauntlet. Like
Oh
some
yeah,
joints
yeah.
never make it there.
Yeah, but
So some Bamas,
Bama's a trial and error, dog. And Bama's once they get a formula that works, dog, they just gonna stick with that shit.
nah. These joints is the joints that everybody want that you trying to separate yourself or something
Okay,
with.
okay, okay. This the joint,
You're
yeah.
not
This
taking
ain't
the regular degular
regular
joint
degular joint.
that's
No,
used to
no.
going to Applebee's and stuff. You're
Uh,
not doing that.
uh,
That's out of the
yeah,
gameplay.
yeah. You gotta if you're a young dude out here dating, you gotta weed through the joints that trying to convince you that they the ones that need to be going to the top. Nah, dog.
So they
Not
can get
every
free
joint.
food. Yeah.
Yeah, not every joint is made for that joint. What's your vetting process? How do you vet if the joint deserves to be able to get the exclusive treatment?
If that's a treatment she give herself.
There you
We're not
go.
trying to change nobody's life. We're not trying to change nobody's life.
Hey, that's a gem right there. I don't even know if them mamas caught that joint right there. You just dropped the gem on them. The
You can't
lifestyle
change
they giving
nobody's
us.
life, though. It'll never work.
So how do you figure that? They choose the spot,
No.
or you choose
If
the
you let a
spot?
youngin choose a spot, then she's starting to lead already and you fail as a man. You
Ah,
about to and they want to pay it, they be paying attention to like niggas trying to plan dates, all that kind of they be ODing and
yeah,
all
yeah,
that kind
yeah,
of stuff.
yeah,
So
yeah,
don't even add that to the equation.
yeah, 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 yeah,
But you
yeah,
could tell how a youngin living. Like you could tell.
yeah, yeah.
At least you should be able to tell if you get the
Okay,
scouting report.
yeah. When she step out, you know, good stuff, dog. Hey, he got the gems right there for you. Now I can help you once you get into a pickle inside this situation. I can help you maneuver out of that joint. I give you the playbook there. I got a couple little plays you can run, get you out of the, you know what I'm saying? 4th and 1 sticky situation. We can get you there. But I don't know nothing about the dating game, dog. I
Me
know
either.
absolutely nothing about the joint. I just see Batman just going through heartbreaks and pains out here. It looked treacherous out here, dog. Look like it's slim pickings. Like it just everybody just picking candy wrappers off the floor. It just looked bad out here, bro.
Bama got out the game at the right time.
Yeah.
Bama should have looked at Harold and followed suit when the time
Hey,
was right. Now Bama's
hey.
living in our world.
No, dog, it's a lot of wild stuff happening, dog, and it's about to get worse.
It's a fact.
It's about to get worse, dog. They about to start. You ain't gonna know who was what, bro. You gonna have to like do an autopsy report on Bama's before you even go
We
out, because it
we
just.
gonna have to have a story time on this drink too.
What stories you gonna tell us, dog?
Not this week, but a wild story.
A wild story, dog. You got us intrigued. You gotta let us know what the story is.
Next week.
All right, tune in next week,
Straight from
everybody.
Atlanta.
Hey, tune in next week, everybody, so you can hear the escapades. Hear the
Story time,
escapades.
Colored Boys, new
Hey,
segment.
story. Hey, new segment. Story time, dog. Yeah, bro. It's wild out here. I just know it's expensive. And if you out here dating, if you go on 2 dates for the week, hey, bro, you might have to file bankruptcy, dog. Depending on where you go and what kind of moves you making. It don't matter now. All my money go to camps and school, and there you go, dog. Everybody want to spend money on something in golf. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm retiring this year,
you retiring?
dog, from the game.
You out the game? Nah, dog. You got a couple more seasons, dog. You Chris Paul out here, dog.
I ain't never
You
been Chris
LeBron.
Paul.
You
I got some
LeBron,
chips.
dog. LeBron. Okay, you LeBron out here, dog. Oh man. Follow us at OSS 980 at Other Side of Sports. Um, let us know in the comments what you think about the Wizards draft picks and stuff. Um, if you like the draft picks, summer league start next week. So
Is it the Vegas
I
joint?
think it's yeah, the Vegas
Hey, we
joint.
should go, yeah. Let's go.
We going to Vegas?
Let's go watch some summer league.
We can go. It's easy to get
Ain't nothing
tickets.
going on. Yeah.
Ain't nothing
And
going
Vegas
on.
ain't that expensive.
It's not that. Nah, Vegas is expensive though.
It is.
It's not expensive to get there. It's expensive to be there.
Not if you
And then they
winning
got all then
and
they,
house
then
money.
they got all them traps in that joint to take all your bread.
Though we all left winners last time we went, except for you.
We did leave it.
Everybody
Well,
else,
I did. Yeah, I did. We went to the sports book. I done spent like $250. Go home with $50, dog.
my
I
trip
was
was
like,
paid for in one day. That Sunday.
oh yeah, that was a good day, dog. That's one of the epic moments of my lifetime, dog.
Sitting
That's
in the
up there.
sports book from like we was there from what like 7 a.m. to
Six, no, 6.
oh 6 because the games is 3 hours. Oh,
Yeah, we
they
was
had the
there at
9 o'clock
6.
game. I
That
forget
9 o'clock joint, West Coast joint, it was at 6. We was up that joint at 6, bro.
until the games
To,
was over.
to the games was over at 10.
Cranking.
Cranking all day. So yeah, dog, those good times, you know. Yeah. Well, when did we go? We went last year for the
September.
season opener joint, right?
It wasn't the season opener, but it was definitely during the season.
It
I
was
feel like
close.
it
It
was
might
like
have been
Andrew's
like,
birthday, like September 30th, I think.
oh yeah,
Or
yeah,
whatever
yeah,
week that
yeah,
was,
yeah.
like week 2 or 3.
Yeah. We be in Portugal this year, so um,
I'm
but
going to Portugal. That's
yeah,
that. That's
bro.
that. I got a wife trip.
Hey, bro, you already know, bro. You already know. You already know. Uh, yeah. Shout out, Where's Buffy? Shout out to Kicking It with G Man, Lance J. Shout out Sports Talk Tasha. And we out.